Good morning. Namaskar, everyone. Let us start with a prayer. Okay. Good. Many of you have this book, The Universal Prayers. It's a compilation of a large number of hymns, prayers, selected from various scriptures, from the Vedas and Upanishads, from the Puranas, and from other hymns. So let us go to page 48 of Universal Prayers, the first one on that page, 48. This prayer also happens to be the Shanti Mantra in the Kena Upanishad, which many of you are studying with Swami Atmajnanandaji. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshrotram atha balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmopanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakarot anirakaranamastu anirakaranam me astu tadatmani narateya upanishatsu dharmaste mayi santu te mayi santu. Om Shanti 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 Ki. Om. I pray to the Divine Lord that all parts of my personality, including speech, the vital force, prana shakti, eyes, ears, and all other sense organs, may all become strong and efficient and function in perfect harmony with each other and the mind. This whole universe, visible to the mind through the sense organs, is none other than the ultimate reality described as Brahman in the Upanishads. It is very important for us to remember this truth all the times, that we never forget this truth and strive to reach this truth, experience it in this very life by the grace of the Lord. In order to do that, may we have all the virtues, good qualities described in the Upanishads. Virtues such as truthfulness, strength, purity, celibacy, straightforwardness, all those things required to reach this truth. May all those virtues come to me and reside in me. Om peace. May there be peace in our hearts. May there be peace and harmony amongst all beings. And may there be peace everywhere in nature. Let us continue with the 18th chapter. You have to do verse number 38. In this part of this 18th chapter, we are studying three kinds of Sukha. Sukha means happiness. There is sattvic happiness, there is rajasic happiness, and tamasic happiness. The sattvic happiness was described in sloka number 37. Let us quickly go over it once again. 37. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname mrtopamam tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. That happiness which in the beginning may be like poison, unpleasant, difficult, vishamiva agre in the beginning. But at the end, pariname, it is like nectar, ambrosia, brings eternal happiness, unconditional, infinite, eternal ananda, it will bring sattvic happiness. That is called sattvic happiness. And this happiness is born of the clarity, purity of one's buddhi, intellect. Atma buddhi prasadajam. Atma buddhi means being fully convinced that I am the Atman, not the body and the mind. Dehatma buddhi means I am the body, that awareness. Nothing beyond that. Body, mind, that is dehatma buddhi. Many people have that, majority of people. A few people know that they are the Atman, not the body, mind. So that understanding, conviction, that buddhi, which is fully convinced that I am not the body mind, I am the Atman, Atma buddhi, that brings this kind of sattvic sukha. If we think we are the body, mind, and pursue worldly pleasures, that is rajasic, tamasic sukha, which are going to be described in the next two verses. They are not good. Rajasic sukha, tamasic happiness, they are not really happiness at all, though people think that that is happiness. So that is sattvic happiness, born of the conviction that I am the Atman, Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. Tranquility. Prasada means tranquility of the mind. That came in the second chapter. Prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasya pajayate. If the mind is tranquil, then no problem will afflict us. Even if the problem comes, it will not affect us. So Atma Buddhi Prasadajam, that happiness which comes from the full conviction that I am the Atman, that is Satic Sukham, Satvika Sukham, Atmananda, Bhajanananda. The second level is the joy of worship, Bhajanananda. Atmananda is the highest kind of happiness, or Brahmananda. The middle one is Bhajanananda, the joy of worship. When we chant God's name, when we sing devotional songs, when we seek holy company, and when we read scriptures, the joy that comes by worship, when we do ritualistic worship and other forms of worship, the joy that comes, this is called Bhajanananda. Very good. It leads us to Satvik Sukha, Atmananda. And the lowest kind of happiness is Vishaya Sukha, sensory pleasures. Vishaya means sense objects. We'll go to that in the next sloka. Now, Rajasik Sukha. Sloka number 38. Vishendriya samyogat yattadagre murtopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukam rajasam smritam. Rajasic Sukha is being explained in 38. Vishaya Indriya Samyoga. Samyoga means union, combination of Vishaya, sense object, Indriya, sense organ. One or more sense objects, one or more sense organs. When they contact each other, when the sense organs contact sense objects, some happiness is felt. That kind of happiness is Rajasic Sukha. This was explained in the second chapter. What people think as happiness. Ordinarily, majority people, what do they think is happiness? According to most people, ordinary people, happiness means there is a sense object. That sense object may be food, it may be a car, it may be a child, it may be one's own spouse, or money, or something else, or a position, power, fame. These are all sense objects. When I contact them, my sense organs contact them, mind also is a sense organ. That contact brings some happiness. Is that contact between sense organ and sense object is construed by the mind as happiness sometimes. Because at other times, same sense object which gave happiness once will become lot of pain, will give a lot of pain. There's nothing fixed about it. Vishayendriya Samyoga means contact between sense organ and sense object. Sometimes that brings happiness. Sometimes the same sense object, which at once gave happiness, gives pain. We know from experience. So that is not really Sukha at all. Although we think it is Sukha, that's what we reach. Most people reach out for that kind of happiness, seeking happiness in sense objects. A sense object can be anything, can be another person. That is Rajasic Sukha. This because it's not fixed. Sometimes the same sense object gives happiness, sometimes sense object gives unhappiness. That is not really happiness at all. That was explained in the 14th shloka of second chapter, 214. What is happiness? According to most people, there Bhagavan had said, Matra sparshyasta kaunteya shita ushna sukha agama apayinah anityah tam stitikshasva bharata. There it said matra sparsha. Sparsha means contact, touching. Matra means sense organs. Here, 5 sense organs, which are called Jnanendriyas, sense organs of perception. Eyes that convey form and beauty, color, shapes. That is all one kind of input coming through the eyes. Ear, or the second sense organ, conveys sound to us. Pleasant sound, unpleasant sound, nice music, harsh sound comes through the ear. Second sense object, Jnanendriya. The next one is sense of touch, very sensitive. Skin, our hand, other parts of the body, when we have contact with some sense object, that contact can be very painful or very pleasant. If I touch a very hot object, then immediately pain. We heal the feet, we withdraw the hand quickly. Not pleasant. When I touch something, and I hold my child in my hand, oh, so pleasant, so nice, such happiness. So that contact, sparsha, third sense organ, touch. Eyes, ears, and sense of touch. Fourth sense organ is sense of smell, fragrance. And fifth one is sense of taste, tongue. Some food tastes very good, sweet. Some does not taste so good. These 5 sense organs are called guṇānendriyas and 5 sense organs. So that kind of happiness that comes when one or more of these 5 sense organs of perception, jnanendriyas, contacts a sense object, that is called Rajasic Sukha, Vishayendriya Samyogat. And there's nothing permanent about it. So it changes. Somebody whom I like very much, if I touch that person, will become very happy today. And suddenly relationship goes sour and I don't like the person. If that person comes near me, I'll be unhappy. Not in the same room. I don't want to be in the same room as the other person. At one time, the nearest person. This is the nature of Rajasic Sukha. So that's what many people seek. Rajasic Sukha, Vishayendra Samyogat. This is very pleasant in the beginning. Agre Amritopamam. You're doing Shloka 38. Agreement said the beginning. When it begins, very happy. Oh, so much joy. Pariname, when it ends, Vishami, unpleasantness, pain. Same thing that gave happiness creates a lot of pain at the end when it leaves. Tat Sukham Rajasam Smritam. That is Rajasic Sukha. So, this was described earlier. And the implication is we should not seek Rajasic Sukha exclusively. If it comes, we need not shun it. You can accept it and enjoy it if it comes, but we should be careful. We should know that someday the same object that gives happiness now may cease to give happiness. One possibility. Second possibility is with Rajasic Sukha, since it depends upon sense object, that sense object may not be available anymore. That person may leave, or that house or car which I enjoyed so much, I may lose a job, I may lose money, I may lose. Sense object, they can go away. They come and they go. When they leave, they give a lot of pain. So that's not really the highest kind of happiness. Pariname Vishameva, at the end, they give a lot of pain. This analysis has to be done before we seek happiness from sense objects. We should think about all these things. In order to help us to think clearly on this matter, we have instructions in the scriptures and advice from the wise people, from the teachers, acharyas and saints and holy people. One place where we can find information that helps us to analyze the defects of Rajasic Sukha is in the Kathopanishad. The story of Nachiketa has come many times, but very briefly, what is Rajasic Sukha and why we should not seek it? If it comes, we can have it. If it goes, then it's okay. I knew it would leave me. So the detachment is there. Rajasic Sukha does not bother us. If we know that it's temporary, it's nature, then if it leaves, we don't mind. We knew it was going to leave. I was ready for that one. But if we depend upon it exclusively and hope it will be always there giving me happiness, then we are courting trouble. It won't happen. To help us to understand this, let us go to a story of Nachiketa, a little boy. You'll just take the important part of the story in the Kathopanishad. So a young boy went to the abode of Yama and asked him for self-knowledge. Not directly, he asked in a different way. He asked, what happens after death? Some people say something remains after death when the body dies. Some people say nothing, body is all, if it goes, nothing else there. what is the truth? That was what Nachiketa asked, third boon. 3 boons he was offered by Yama. This was the third boon. Yama did not answer that question right away. Because Yama, this is a very profound question. Is there something beyond the body? That was the question. Is body all or something beyond the body that is not visible? That was the question. Is there something called Atman? We didn't use the word Atman there. Or only the body, ultimate reality? That was the question. So Yama wanted to test whether this boy is ready for the answer. Is he asking this question to impress me, or is he really interested to know? If he is interested, does he have the background to understand if I give the answer? To ascertain all this, Yama offers him a boon, offers him many things. Yama said to Nachiketa, I will make you a king of a large kingdom. As large a kingdom as you want, you can choose. Bhumir Mahadayatanam Vranishwa. Ask me for any big, largest kingdom you want, I'll give you. Then he says, I'll give you all other facilities of a king, royal facilities, queen and treasury, lot of money, and horses and chariots and music and dance, and a long life to enjoy all these things. You can live as long as you want. Take all these things. Why do you worry about what happens after death? You are still a young person, young boy. Long way for you to think about that. Nachiketa says, no, sir. Why he does not accept these things? Why Nachiketa does not accept these things? An ordinary person might have taken all these things and gone away happily. He said, no, I don't want these things. Yeah. And he explains, gives reasons why Nachiketa does not want all these things. These are these things that bring Rajasic happiness. These are all sense objects. Kingdom is sense object. Queen, horses, chariots, money, all these things are sense objects. They come and go. The contact with them does not always bring happiness. Queen may bring me happiness sometime, and the same queen may bring me a lot of pain or some other time. I don't want that one. So first thing Nachiketa says to Yama, why he does not want all these things, which most people seek, is Shobhava Martyasya Edantakaitat. O Antaka, O Yama, all these things are Shobhava. Today they are there, Shwa means tomorrow. Tomorrow they are not there. That means they are temporary. Sense objects come and go. So something that is temporary comes and goes. So I don't want that one. I want permanent happiness. Something that gives me always happiness, unfailingly. If it comes and goes, if it goes away, then I'll be unhappy. Not that one. He said that one. Second thing, another thing in Nachiketa says is Sarvendriyanam Jarayanti Tejaha. Indriya means sense objects, Indriya. So what happens? There is sense object and it gives me happiness. I enjoy it. Like food, for example. I enjoy it. Lot of food. As much food as you want, any kind of food that he wants, it is available. I can enjoy it. But how long? If you keep on eating good food, after some time, the body becomes unable to eat any more food. Nachiketa said that one. Sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. When you keep on enjoying sense objects of any kind, a time will come when the sense organs will lose their ability to enjoy sense objects. The acuity of the sense organs will be lost. When old age comes, when a disease comes, sense objects are there, can't enjoy. That happens. When old age and disease comes, all the sense objects are there, but I can't enjoy any of them. So much food, but doctor says you cannot take spices, acidity problem, cannot take sugar problem, and you have to take plain food. That is not good. Sense objects are there, but I lose the ability to enjoy them. second reason. Like this, he explains the limitations of sensory pleasures. Old age comes, then nothing can be enjoyed. You keep all these things for yourself. Tavai Vabhahas Tamandritya Gite. Vaha means chariot. Vahanam. Gita means dance, music and dance. I don't want any of this. Because music and dance, when I am young, I can enjoy dance performance and nice music. But when old age comes, I cannot hear, hearing problem. Then people are dancing, but I cannot enjoy that one. When I'm full of, when body is very sick, dance about thing, you're a sick person laying on the bed. If you give dance performance, how can you enjoy that one? No. That is Rajasic Sukha, coming from sense objects. Temporary, and even when they are there, they fail to give happiness. And then someday we will not be able to enjoy sensory pleasures, even if the sense objects are available, because the sense objects, the body, lose their ability to enjoy sense objects. We don't want that one. That is Rajasic Sukha. Pariname Vishima Tatsukam Rajasam Smritam. We are discussing in detail because this is what most people seek, Rajasic Sukha, sense objects. Various kinds of sense objects. That's where they find happiness. But this sloka says, here Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, that is Rajasic Sukha. In the beginning, it gives happiness. Agre amritapamam pariname vishamiva. When it ends, only unhappiness comes. That is not to be. So if it comes, you accept it, don't shun it. If it goes, it's okay. I know it will go away one day. That kind of detachment, if you have, you can enjoy sense objects. There is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in enjoying good food and wearing good clothes and driving a good car and having children, grandchildren. There's nothing wrong with them. But we should know that the happiness coming from them is temporary and one day it will end. They will be there. I won't be able to enjoy. I may die. Everything is there. Or even if I'm there, they may leave. Or if both of us are there, still I may cease to enjoy because of the sense organs become unable to enjoy it. So that is not the highest kind of happiness, Rajasic Sukha. Third kind of Sukha is Tamasic Sukha. That we did not study in much detail. Sloka number 39. The worst kind of happiness. 39. Yadagre chanubandhe cha Yadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamatmanaha nidralasya pramadotham tattamasamudahritam. Tamasic Sukha is being described in sloka number 39. Agre cha anubandhe cha. Agra means in the beginning, at the beginning. Anubandha means as a consequence, at the end. When they begin and when they end, both times they will give only unhappiness. But some people think it is happiness. Yadagre cha anubandhe cha sukham mohanamatmanaha. Mohanamatmana means it's delusion. Out of delusion, people think it gives happiness. Delusion means, moha means misunderstanding. Finding happiness, trying to find happiness, something which cannot give happiness. Out of delusion. Most things are like that one. If you tell them, some people will not be happy. If a person, if a parent, father or mother is very happy, is gloating, my son is such a nice person, he is so successful, he is so intelligent, like that, they are saying that one. They are very happy. But you tell that person, this is not permanent, this is tamasic sukha. That son, the same son who is giving you happiness, may give you happiness later. They won't like to hear that one. They will not be happy. Moha, that this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is my car, this is my money, I'm position president. I'm happy with this, they'll bring me happiness. That is tamasic, false expectation, moha. Swami Vivekananda in his famous song of Sannyasin described what is moha. What is moha? Is mohanam atmanaha. In one stanza, 13 stanzas are there. This is what he says there. They know not truth, who dream such vacant dreams as father, mother, children, wife and friend, the sexless self, whose father he, whose child, whose foe, whose friend is he, whose son, whose foe, whose friend is he, none, the self alone exists. Underward that sannyasin bowl say Om that's Om. People think my father, my son, my wife, my husband, my child, very happy. Only for some time it appears like that. That's not true happiness. Because it's also Vishayendriya, Samyoga. These things are not permanent. Neither am I permanent, the enjoyer. Both are temporary. As long as contact is there, it seems that happiness, even when the contact is there, same people, same object can give unhappiness. Nothing fixed about it. So that is not true happiness at all. It's not tamasic sukha. So we should, if it is there, sense objects are there, we can have, enjoy, but carefully with detachment. We know that someday the contact will not be there. They will leave, I will be there. I will leave, they will be there. Even when they are both of us are there, they may give pain. So if it is very pleasant and nice, thanks for being with me, happy. But when you leave, when they leave or I leave, it's okay, I knew that one. I'm ready for that one. That kind of detachment does not harm sensory pleasures. It's okay. The people with highest ideal, they don't even seek this sensory pleasure. They'll discard all sense objects. Total renunciation. Even the kings used to give up the kingdom. When they wanted to go to Vanaprastha ashrama, whole kingdom they will give away to their son. Enters. And with only clothes on their body, they will go to the forest. At one time, he was the king. So much money, wealth, treasury, whole kingdom, subjects, army, everything, wife, queen, everything. No. That vichara gives us detachment. At one time, these things gave me happiness. It was good, I had it. But I know there are limitations. So the king used to give up the kingdom, walk away to the forest to seek Atman, self-knowledge. That is true understanding, true renunciation is that one. You don't have to go to that extent. You can keep all these things. You can have a house, you can have car, you can have money, you can have, but we should know inwardly in our mind, we should have the conviction this is not permanent. As long as they gave me happiness, I'm okay, thankful, very nice, but I know it's not true happiness. True happiness only comes from the Atman, Atmananda, Bhajanananda, that I am going to seek. These things, if they're okay. You don't have to shun them. Sri Ramakrishna said, live with all, with husband, wife, children, parents. Live with them, serve them, do your duty by them, but don't be attached. They don't belong to you. One day separation will come. If you're ready for that one, sense object does not harm us. You can have a whole king. Take the example of Janaka, for example. He was a king, large kingdom he had, but he was detached. The possession did not make him attached. With detachment, he knew he was the king. He was administering the kingdom, ruling, but still he was a Brahmajnani. He knew he was not the body mind, he is the Atman. And these things are temporary. I have the duty to rule the kingdom. I do my duty. Not because it brings me pleasure. I've been given this task of ruling the kingdom. I will do my duty with detachment. I won't expect the fruit of this action. I'm not doing it for pleasure. I'm doing it because it's to be done. Niyata karma for me. And that is it. That kind of detachment is helpful. It does not then sense objects do not hurt us. We can have as many sense objects as we want. Kingdom we can have. If your detachment doesn't bother us, our happiness comes not from the kingdom, but from the self within, Atma Jnana. That is three kinds of happiness. Satvika Sukha, Rajasic Sukha, Tamasic Sukha. You have to think about these things. Otherwise, we become attached to sense objects, expect pleasure from them, and when they leave, we become unhappy. That we don't want that one. So this is the three kinds of Sukha. Now we go to the next topic. The next topic, the same topic, this is the concluding part of this. So far, we've been discussing the three gunas. The discussion of three gunas began early in Gita, second chapter, mostly in the 14th chapter, 17th chapter, 18th chapter. Sattva, and tamas. Conclusion is coming now. So let us go to shloka number 40. Natadasti prithiviyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jair muktam yade bisya tribir gunai. Natadasti prithiviyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jair muktam yade bisya tribir gunai. Here the Lord says, there is not one thing in the whole universe, either in this world of human beings or in the world of gods or among gods, wherever we go in the creation, the three gunas are there. There is nothing that is free from the three gunas. That is shloka number 40. In this world, in heaven or again, among gods, no being is found that is free from these three constituents of Prakriti, gunas of Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. It came earlier, it's emphasized here as a concluding statement. Next sloka begins in entirely new topic, this conclusion of the three gunas. So let us spend some time on this one, the three gunas. This is the last time we are going to study the three gunas. Prithiviyam, in this world, Prithvi means in this world. Divi means in the heavens. Or Deveshu, among gods. Prakriti gunaihi, tribi gunaihi, muktam sattvam. Sattvam is any object that is free from the three gunas of Prakriti. Natadasti, there is no such thing. This came in the second chapter. In second chapter, shloka number 45, same thing was said, but briefly. Here it is said in detail with examples. There, 245, the Lord had said, Trigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastho Niryogakshema Atmavan. There Bhagavan Sri Krishna had said, Trigunya Vishaya Veda. All the subjects described in the Vedas, everything in creation, Trigunya. They have the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. And then he gives the instruction, Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. O Arjuna, you become free from three gunas. Now, our assignment, homework assignment, you have not forgotten, I hope. Only 2 people gave the answer. The homework was why we should, Sri Krishna says, become free from three gunas, Nistraigunyo Bhava. Why we should become three gunas? If I'm a Rajasic person or Tamasic person, I can remain a Rajasic Tamasic person. Especially if a Satic person, I can remain a Satic person. Sattva guna is good, not bad. Truthfulness and devotion to God is all Sattva gunas. If I am Satic, why we should go beyond the three gunas? What is the problem? with the three gunas? And that was one question of the homework. Second question was how to become free from three gunas. Sri Krishna says, become free from three gunas. How can you do that one? These two questions we were required to study. Two people gave the answer. So here is the answer. The reason why we have to become free from three gunas. Sri Krishna does not say why in the beginning. He simply says, become free from three gunas. Nistraygunya bhava. He does not say why or how. Second chapter. 14th chapter he says why or how. If you go to chapter 4, you are leaving the topic of Trigunas, so we'll conclude. And then the next sloka number 41 will become a new different topic. We'll discuss that. Go to sloka in your Gita book. Please open sloka chapter number 14. What is the name of chapter number 14? Three gunas are being described there. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Gunatraya means three gunas, Vibhaga, division. So 14:20. There, first question is answered. Why we should become free from three gunas? Chapter 14, sloka number 20. Let's go to that. guṇānetānatītya trīndehī dehasamudbhavān janma mrityu jara vyādhi dukkha janma mrityu jara dukkhair vibhakto amrtamashnute. Let me chant again. guṇānetānatītya trīndehī dehasamudbhavān janma mrityu jara dukkhaih vimukto amrtamashnute. The reason why we are asked to become free from the three gunas is explained here. Etan trin dehasamudbhavān guṇānetānatītya. Atitya means transcending. When a person transcends, become free from the three gunas, born of prakriti, born of the gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. When a person becomes free from these three gunas, then what happens to that person? Janma, mrityu, jara, dukkhaihi, vimuktaha. Vimukta means become freed from birth and death and old age and all kinds of suffering, dukkha. That means as long as we are under the grip of the three gunas, these four things are inevitable: birth, death, old age, and suffering. As long as we are under the grip of these three gunas, these four things we cannot avoid. We'll have to be born again, and we'll have to die again. Birth means death also will come. Then old age will come in that next birth also. And dukkha, all kinds of suffering will come. You don't have to dwell on the details of the dukkha. People are familiar, especially mature people. Younger people may not be familiar with all. They think everything is going to be nice and happy. They're happy, enjoying, strong. But a little bit, people with a little bit experience in life, they know how many kinds of dukkha, suffering can come in life. So if a person becomes free from the three gunas, etan trin guṇānetānatītya, janma mrityu jara dukkaihi vimuktaha, becomes free. Then what else happens? Amrtamashnute, achieves immortality. That is why Sri Krishna has given the instruction, become free from the three gunas. Not for no reason. If you are satisfied with human life, this birth, this life, then we don't have to worry about three gunas. We can stay as we are. But if you want to achieve liberation, freedom from all suffering permanently, not temporary freedom from suffering. We want to achieve freedom from the miseries of birth and death and old age and suffering in life. We want to become free for all time. Then do one thing, become free from three gunas. As long as you stay under the grip of the three gunas, these four things will not leave you. Again you'll be born, again you'll become old, again you will suffer, again you will die. If you're satisfied with that, then nothing need to be done. If you want to freedom from all suffering permanently, liberation, moksha, salvation, God realization, whatever we want to think about. If you want that one, become free from three gunas. Main reason why Sri Krishna asks us to become free from three gunas. Amritam Ashnote, one achieves immortality. Otherwise, human life is mortal. For some time we live, then we die. Everything, not only life, everything will go away. Everything is temporary in human life. Nothing is permanent. They come and go. If you're satisfied with that, then okay, we don't have to worry. If you want immortality and freedom from all suffering for all time, then we have to become free from three gunas. The three gunas are the one that bind us to this human level life, human and subhuman level. The three gunas keep us in nature. Prakriti, they are aspects of Prakriti. The three gunas are aspects of Prakriti, constituents of Prakriti. As long as we are in their grip, then we will stay a part of nature. The body, mind, part of nature. Then good and bad, suffering, everything will come. If you want to transcend all of these things and realize our true divine nature as the Atman, Purusha, then we have to give up these three gunas. That's the reason why. So it was first question, answer to first question, why Bhagavan asks us to become free from three gunas. This is the reason. Sloka number 20, chapter 14. Now, second question, how to become free from the three gunas? For this one, the answer is simple. Find a person who has become free from three gunas and do exactly what he is doing. How he became free from three gunas. What are his qualities? This is not a new method. If you want to become a doctor, then you should contact a doctor, shadow him for some time. Then do what he did. What did he did? He went to medical school, did his MCAT, the medical school, went through 4 years of MD, did the 3 exams, USMLE step 1, 2, and 3 he did. Then he took the board exam, then he did residency, then he did fellowship, then took the board exam, became a doctor. Do all those things. Whatever he did, you do those things, then you become a doctor, right? Same thing about Trigunatītya. If you want to become a Trigunatītya, one who is free from three gunas, find a Trigunatītya. Study his qualities, what he did, how he is doing his life. Do that exactly, you will become a Trigunatītya. So Arjuna asked that question. How can I recognize a Trigunatītya? That was Arjuna's question, sloka number 21, chapter 14. So Arjuna asks a question. Kairlingain strin gunan, kairlingain strin gunan etan atito bhavati prabho. Kimacharaha katam chaitan trin gunan ativartate. How can a person transcend the three gunas? Katham etan trigunan ativartate. See, same question. Now, there are two aspects in this question. Sloka number 21, two things are there. Kairlingaihi trigunan etan atita bhavati prabha. How can I recognize a person? What are the signs, outward visible signs of a person who has become free from three gunas? How does a Trigunatītya behave? Kimacharaha. How does he behave? Then if I recognize such a person, identify, then I can emulate him, then I can become a Trigunatītya. So in response to that question, the Lord described the qualities of three gunas exactly as he did earlier. In the second chapter, when Arjuna asked, sloka number 54, Arjuna asked, what are the qualities of a Triguna? So, Sita Prajna, Sita Prajnasya ka bhasha, samadhisthasya keshava. A person who has achieved samadhi, samadhistha, Sita Prajna. What are his qualities? How can I recognize? 254. And 55 onwards in second chapter, until end of chapter, sloka number 72, Bhagavan describes a long list of qualities of a Chitta Prajna. The reason, the purpose of that description of Chitta Prajna in much detail in second chapter 55 to 72 is one, to identify as Chitta Prajna. Second, more important reason is we can exactly do what the Chitta Prajna did, practice his virtues, and we become Chitta Prajna. Same thing in the 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga chapter. Bhagavan Sri Krishna describes in detail the qualities of a Bhakta who has a pure devotion from sloka number 13 to 19 in the 12th chapter. What are the qualities of a Bhakta devotee? By studying a devotee and what he or she does, by doing that, I also become a devotee. In the same way, in the 14th chapter, the Lord is going to describe what are the qualities of a Trigunatīta for two reasons. One is how to identify a Trigunatīta, one who has these qualities. Second, more important reason is by emulating a Trigunatīta, doing exactly what he does, practicing his virtues, I can also become a Trigunatīta. So from 22 onwards, 4-5 slokas, description of a Trigunatīta. We will go over this quickly, especially the specific qualities that we have to practice to become a Trigunatīta. How to become Trigunatīta? 23 and 24 and 25, 26. In these slokas, the Lord had described the virtues, qualities of a Trigunatīta. By doing the same things as the Trigunatīta does, I can become a Trigunatīta. So let us go to 23. Udasinavadasino guneryo na vichalyate gunavartanta ityeva yovatishtati nengate. Seated in an as if indifferent. Udasinavat, not really indifferent. Concerned, but not affected by what other people do, good and bad, all these things. Observing everything, but not affected. As if indifferent, as if unaffected. You should dream. Vidasinavat, asina means seated. Seated means doing our duties, living our life as if I am not involved at all in anything, but still doing the duties. That is one thing. Gunaihi na vichalyate, but the three gunas is not affected. He is not touched. He is not perturbed by the three gunas. Guna guneshu vartante. All the gunas deal with other gunas. So what are the gunas dealing with other gunas? What does it mean? Guna guneshu vartante. This body, mind, sense organ, this whole personality is what is it? Part of nature, prakriti, made of three gunas. On one side. What am I dealing with? All the sense objects, other person, other people in my life, some I like, some I don't like, children, grandchildren, other things in my life, money, property, house, car, position, power, fame, everything. What is the three gunas? Made of three gunas, same three gunas. So this part of Prakriti is interacting with the remaining part of Prakriti. Neither of them am I. Am I the tree? Am I the person, other person? Am I my wife or husband? No, different person. But what he or she is, three guna, same three nature of three, made of three gunas. What am I? Made of three gunas, body, mind. Guna gunesha vartante. The transaction is happening between this person, that person, and me and my position, power, and my house and car, my money is all guna transaction. I'm neither this nor that. I'm free. I'm above these two things. If I think I'm this one, enjoying that one, then I'm courting trouble. Putting the eye where it does not belong is the cause of whole problem in human life. I'm neither this nor that one. Guna guneshu vartante. This set complicated, this complex of gunas, which I call me, With that complex of gunas, which I call she or he or it or car or power, position, they are interacting. Guna gunesha vartante. Iti matva nashajjate. Being convinced about that, I am not going to be attached to either this or to that. I am neither this nor that. So I am free. I am the Atman. I am a Purusha. See, that is how to become free from three gunas. As long as you are stuck here, guarantee problem is guaranteed, suffering is guaranteed. See how easy it makes. It's not easy, but how simple he makes. Now we go to specific virtues of a Trigunatīta, 24. Very important shloka. Samadukka sukha swastha samaloshtasma kanchanaha tulya priya priyo dhiraha tulyanendatma samstutihi. Here, everything is already come several times. Whatever he is saying in 24, chapter 18, must be familiar to you. So many things the same, so many times the same things have come in earlier chapters. Samatva, equanimity, under all conditions. For example, samadukha sukha. Where did it come? Sukhe dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayau. Sukha dukkha, equanimous. Labha alabha, gain and loss, profit and loss, same thing. Jaya jaya, success and failure, unaffected. It came in the second chapter, shloka number 38. Shloka number 48 in second chapter, he said, when you do anything, if success comes, don't be too much arrogant and exalted. If failure comes, don't worry too much. Don't be depressed. Treat success, failure as same. Where did he say that one? 248. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga vicchate. 248. Same things have come so many times before. And 520. I'm giving some examples. In other places also we can find in the Gita. Practice of samatva. Chapter 5, shloka number 20. There what Bhagavan said, na prahrashyet priyam prapya, no dvijet prapya cha priyam, sthira buddhi asammudaha brahmavid brahmani sthitaha. First line is important. Na prahrashyet priyam prapya. Priyam means pleasant. Prapya, achieving something pleasant, success, good health, family, everything, money. These are good things, pleasant things. May not be good, but pleasant things. Prapya, get these things. What happens? Person becomes, oh, so much exalted, oh, happy, enjoying, and proud, pride. Na prahrishyat, sthita prajna gunatita does not exalt. He accepts them, does not shun them, but is not affected by them. Performs his duty. Even if you have a kingdom to rule, do it as your duty, not be attached to it, not because of pleasure. It will go away one day. That is the Gunatīta. Sukha dukkhe, sama dukkha sukha swastha. So many places this has come, samatva in the Gita. Samaloshtashma kanchanaha. Everything is same. Loshta, a clod of earth, ashma, stone, kanchana, gold. Gold is very precious. I want to say this is not useful, throw it away. Everything is same. Everything is part of Prakriti. Not being attached to one because it is pleasant, not hating someone because it is unpleasant. Equanimity. Tulya priya priyaha. Priya priya tulya. Tulya means samana, equal. Pleasant and pleasant experiences in life, I remain unaffected. When something success comes, fame comes, money comes, and everything good comes, I'm not going to be arrogant and exalt and enjoy too much. Assume it will be there. Next moment, the whole thing may change. When apriya comes, unpleasant things come, I'm not going to be depressed, angry too much. I'll take everything in stride and remain calm. Trigunatīta does that one. So we have to do that one. So many times, same instructions have come in the Gita earlier. Tulya priya priya apriyaha dhiraha. Dhira means a person with strength and intelligence, both. Dhi means intellect, thinking power. Dhira is one who has strength, wisdom, courage, and clarity of thinking. Dhiraha Tulya nindatma samstutihi. Ninda means blame. People always blame us no matter what you do. Same people always praise you when you do something else. Some stuti means praise. This guṇānetānatītya remains unaffected. When somebody praises you, you don't become affected by it. The same people may blame you tomorrow. Be careful. And some people blame you today. Don't hate them. Don't become angry, upset. Remain calm. They may change their opinion, become your friends tomorrow. So we should remain calm in praise and blame. This has come so many times. One place where it has come is sloka number 19 in chapter 12. There, chapter 19 and chapter 12 describing qualities of a devotee, Sri Krishna says, remain calm in ninda, blame and stuti. Santushto yena kenachit. Atma. 12 sloka number 19 in chapter 12. That has the same phrase. Let me see how it begins. 13, 12. Oh, here it is. Describing qualities of a Bhakta devotee. Tulyaninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit. Here it says Tulyanindatma samstutihi in the Trigunas description in chapter 14. In chapter 12, it says Tulyaninda stutir mauni. Tulyaninda stuti. Ninda means blame, stuti means praise. Tulya means same. Devotee does that one, Trigunas does that one. So if you want to become a Trigunas, don't be affected by praise and blame. Some people blame, some people praise, you remain calm, unaffected. See, these are all qualities of Trigunas. If we practice these virtues, we become Trigunas. That is the answer to second question of Arjuna. How to become a Trigunas? Sri Krishna asked him to become free from Trigunas. Arjuna asked how? This is the answer. Find a Trigunas, these are the quality description. Emulate him, copy him, shadow him. Do exactly what he does. You will become Trigunas. That's the answer to second question. So it will continue. We'll stop here. Next, 25 also, 26 also, continuation of description of Trigunas, more virtues, more quality. We studied all of them earlier. So you please go through them again and reflect on them, and let us all try to practice these virtues of a Trigunas so that we can all become Trigunas. We have to. That's our destiny. You may postpone the problem, slow it down, or we will do it quickly or become free. So we have to emulate this Trigunas. Sloka number 25. Mana pamanayo stulyaha tulyo mitrari pakshayo. The samatva, so much emphasis given here. Trigunas is always unaffected. Samatva, praise and blame, gain or loss, good or bad, suffering or enjoyment, I remain unaffected. Trigunas. Sarvarambha parityagi guṇātītah sa uchyate. 26. Mamchavyo abhicārena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhūyāya kalpate. That is, Guṇātītya will become Brahma Bhuya, means you will achieve status of Brahman. You are that, but you will experience it. If you practice these virtues, which become Trigunas, Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi will become a reality in our life. Now it's only a statement in the Upanishad. Aham Brahmasmi is there. It's true even now, but I am not experiencing it. But if you do these things, become a Trigunas, Aham Brahmasmi will become a reality, practice, experience, not simply theory in the Upanishad statement. That is the answer to second question. Avyabhicārena yogena bhakti yogena sevate. Become pure devotion necessary to become Trigunas. You devote pure devotion to God is necessary to become a Trigunas. Avyabhicārena means unwavering devotion. Mam sevate, worships me. with bhakti yogena, with pure devotion. Saha etan guṇānetānatītya, transcending these three gunas, sattva, rajasa, and tamas, brahma bhūyāya kalpate. That is the ultimate result, goal of becoming Trigunatīta. We become one with Brahman. We'll experience it. It will become our reality, day to day, minute, every moment. Experience I am Brahman. Now I'm experiencing body mind. That is the reason why Sri Krishna had asked Arjuna to become free from three gunas. That is the end of this discussion of three gunas in this 18th chapter. Began in second chapter, in 17th chapter, in 7th chapter also it came little bit, not much. 17th and 18th chapter, more discussion of three gunas and how to become a Trigunatīta, why to become, and how to become. That answer is given. Let us stop here and continue next time. Close in prayer. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om, may all be happy, may all be free from diseases and other problems. May all know, realize, and practice what is noble, auspicious, and dharmic. May no one be subject to misery. Om, peace. May there be peace and joy in us within our heart. May there be peace and harmony amongst all beings, and may there be peace everywhere in nature. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you all, and God willing, see you next week.